Hello, CrossFit Exalted. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. I've attached the link to our member survey in this email. I want to thank all the members who have already completed the survey. Thank you so much. I'm going to share with you a couple of the learnings, just the quick learnings from just quickly reviewing some of the responses. Some of this is surprising. It was surprising to me. It's so great to have this survey out there in our community. And I want to ask everyone that hasn't filled out the survey to please take a couple minutes this weekend. I mean, you could do it in 5, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. You don't have to answer every question. Just answer the questions that are relevant to you and just hit next to the next one. A question has come up, do the coaches see the responses? No, only myself and Hannah have access to the survey. So, there's questions about coaches and coaches' feedback. Please feel free to say anything you want. This is really important for a business. What you're paying for is for coaching. What you're paying for is programming. What you're paying for is for our facility. We want to understand and continue to improve the product of what we're offering, which is really coaching. So feedback for our coaches is important. And I want to thank those of you that have given some feedback. Most of it's very positive, critique for the coaches. And we love that. But, coach the coaches, guys. Myself and Hannah are the only ones there to see that. So please, just tell us how you feel and answer some of those questions. That's important. Okay. Some of you asked, can you save the form and go back to it? If you sign into your Gmail account, you can save this form and go back to it and fill it out later. So from taking a look at some of the responses from the survey so far, I found it interesting that for the number one choice of a social, they would like to see it Exalted. And this was great because this was a last minute addition to the survey. The number one choice was ice skating / curling. Tom Maltato, Dr. Maltato, both of us like to mountain bike. So we were literally mountain biking over the weekend before we sent the survey and, talking about it in the car a little bit. And I told him about the different socials we were thinking about. And he said, what about ice skating? We literally added that. It was like a last minute add to the survey. And I think it's cool that was really, really popular amongst the answers. So definitely look for an ice skating trip for Exalted Social coming up in the near future. The number 2 first choice for social was trampoline park. So that's pretty popular too. Again, we still have only a fraction of the results back from members because members are still filling this out. I think next week we'll get a whole bunch more. But so far, ice skating / curling is the top choice for an Exalted social so far. For sports at Exalted, like pickleball, pickleball has been a huge success. It's amazing to see people play pickleball from early in the morning until late at night. That's awesome. So the thought is what else could we add outside that would be fun? And so the number one choice to add at Exalted was volleyball. The number 2 choice to add at Exalted was dodgeball. So that's pretty cool. We've got pickleball rolling. We're going to have to figure out a way to get volleyball rolling and then perhaps to get dodgeball rolling. And this would be something that would be done on Saturdays and one evening a week. The question about parking, by the way, so the idea about parking at Exalted, we want to do a better job of making it possible for people to park at Exalted. But on Wednesday evenings, so after 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, and then on Saturdays, we want to use the parking space that's right outside the bay doors in order to do sports. So it's not every day. It's really just kind of Wednesdays after 5 p.m. and Saturdays. We want to use that space to have some fun social sports. And then for a sport like pickleball, we can pretty much, pickleball, we can't really take away pickleball at this point. So whatever parking spaces pickleball is taking up, that's, I don't think we can give those spaces back to parking because people are literally playing pickleball, morning, evening, afternoon. And I think it's okay. We can use the businesses that are nearby us, we can use their parking spots after 5 p.m. and on weekends. And, walking 50 feet or 100 feet to Exalted shouldn't be a problem. This is a gym. We're here to do exercise, right? So volleyball was the number one, the top number 1 rated choice for an additional sport at Exalted, and dodgeball was number 2. I don't think we can do dodgeball outside. I think we can do dodgeball inside. So maybe we'll just have some, evenings in the week we do dodgeball or something on Saturdays. We'll figure out something. I thought this was interesting. So as far as the percentage of members that were interested in an Exalted adventure trip, and this was an idea from the Wadfathers. They said, Anthony, I think we could get a group of people together and go do something as a group, like go on a trip and go play golf. So the percentage of members that said they would either go on a 3-day weekend or a 7-day trip or either with Exalted was 63% of the current respondents. The Exalted Adventure trip is going to be on. Now, I was surprised at what the number one choice was so far. So the theme around the trip that was the number one choice, meaning like it had the most number one responses, was hunting. That was the first. I was the first choice. There was more people that selected hunting as a trip they'd like to do with Exalted. So I thought that was interesting. Number 2, fishing. Number 3, golf. Let's see. Number 4, skiing. And number 5 was scuba. So far, again, we have a lot more people that haven't responded yet. But so far, the most popular trip to go like on a 3-day trip or weekend trip or something like that with Exalted is to go on a hunting trip. And number 2 choice is fishing. Golf, skiing, and scuba. So that's really cool. I found it really interesting. Someone had responded, what else would you like to add on the survey? And I think they said, I found it fun to read all these ideas. So whoever answered that, I want to thank you for telling me that it was fun to read all these ideas for Exalted. Again, thank you guys so much for your participation. We do the survey once a year. I don't think it's too much to ask to kind of give us feedback. It's so helpful for us to keep improving our business, improving our craft, and trying to improve the value proposition that we offer to our members. So please, if you haven't filled out the survey, fill it out this coming week and have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.